That's good for 5. It's third down.
That's a gain of 5.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll run it. Here's Peterson. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Adrian Peterson, 41 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Now Matt Bryant on for the point after. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins.
Makes the score Dolphins 7, Eagles 0. Matt Bryant set to kick off.
And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Their own 27-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 2nd and 9, Murray. Airing it out deep for Smith. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Here's Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack there by Trent Murphy. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
How about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go.
There's a hush indeed. Taken from just outside the 30. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
They go play action here on 1st down. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Off play action, Newton. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Close there. He caught it, just wasn't able to stay in bounds.
And that's where the sideline, it was used as a 12th defender. You know, 11's legal. This one is an imaginary one that my college coach used to call Sammy Sideline. Sammy Sideline can protect you at times, and in this case, that's exactly what he did for the defenders.
Mike 48, Mike 48. Down to lose 1. 48, 48. 20. 48, Mike. 8. Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it.
3rd and long, it's Newton. Hits his target, it's Adrian Peterson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Check, 93's the mic, 93's the mic. You ain't going nowhere. 20.
To throw again. Newton trying to lay one up deep. Got a man that's caught inside the 10. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Donald Driver, 49 yards. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off. A pretty decent gain.
It's a gain of 5.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Eagles nothing.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Emmanuel Ogbah coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And it's fielded at the 34. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Casey Hayward with a sack on the well-timed corner blitz. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 48 for Mike. Silva. Hey, look, 48. Look, hey, you don't like the 48.
The shotgun snap for Newton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Darquez Dennard. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Mecole Hardman, the intended target.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Kill. Let's go. Go. Motion. Mike 48. Oh, yeah, I'm here. Hey, let's go.
After the turnover, here's Murray. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Gun.
On 2nd down and 4. Newton, it's Kelsey on the ground. He's at the 40. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Gun.
From the red zone now, Newton. Flush to his right. He'll find Driver here. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Adrian Peterson with his second touchdown here in this first half. But the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Bryant's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and...
And they finally catch up to him and take him down. Jeez, where was he going? A huge loss there. Emmanuel Ogbah, his second sack of the night. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Ready to get us started, the Aussie punter and kickoff man, Michael Dixon. And we are underway from the City Beautiful. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where... He ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Set up. 70, Indy. Okay, let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball.
Off the play fake. Elway. They'll roll him out right. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. Now a play fake here on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Shedd. The tight end Kelsey was the intended target. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. So after the INT, it's Brady. That's caught by the Hall of Famer Casper. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. To throw, it's Brady. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Goal 50. 5. Cover.
Now Brady. Steps away, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jason Verrett, he'll get the sack as he provides the heat off the corner.
We're talking about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here we go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Tackle made by Deshaun Shedd. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now it's Elway. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. On 3rd and 1, it's Elway. And this is caught by Jackson. And on display right there, the arm that made John Elway a lot of money.
And that's going to leave a mark, because when he throws it with that much force, one of the best arms the game has ever seen, one of the strongest ones, It does leave a mark. They actually called it the Elway cross because you can see the imprint on a player after he caught one of those bullet passes.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Elway. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. They were trying to get it into Kelsey that time, and it's 3rd and 5. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, it's Elway. Flushed out right. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. To throw is Elway. He's got his man. That's Hardman. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
They run. This is Cohen. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. On 3rd down, Elway. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. And Zerline's kick is good. And the Dolphins are going to tie the score at 3. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle. Right? No big plays given up. No balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that?
on, what does that mean, break out that just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
It's just so unusual to see a loss of yardage on a quarterback sneak play. Give a lot of credit to the defensive front. They weren't permitting anything.
Yeah, from the naked eye, they only needed 2 or 3 inches there.
Yeah, and how do you go from needing 2 or 3 inches to losing yardage?
Brady going to throw. It's caught. Jones. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
Hey, Charlie.
Shotgun now for Brady. And he completes it to Cohen. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now they'll run it with Cohen. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Throwing on 1st down is Brady. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The 305-pound Ndamukong Suh fighting the path to the QB there. Now with shotgun handoff to Cohen. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, it wasn't much of a gain, but we're getting near the 2-minute warning, so maybe they just want to get to that point, regroup, and decide what they want to do the rest of the half.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
You had to figure they'd take a shot downfield on 3rd and long, so the old cliche came into mind right away for me. Who wants it more? You always hear about receivers, you hear about their hands, their moves, their speed. How about the positioning and the desire to go get that one out of the air?
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead is now 10-3. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. The kick return touchdown goes for 97 yards as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork to be able to put it all together, but that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Hey, box truck, box truck. Hey, 66.
First down, a run with Cohen. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. From the 35 on 2nd down, Brady. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. There he goes left side. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Tariq Cohen, as the first half is winding down, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Final play of the half. It's Elway. And Stills bringing it in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you cross town to our studios here in Orlando and check in with the coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Eagles take over first and 10.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Cohen. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Brady. He'll get that to his tight end, Casper. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A 3rd down gain of 19.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one. And that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. Anthony Barr in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Brady. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play.
Here's Brady to throw. And Jeffrey's got it. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 36.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On first down, Cohen. And he's going to get hit at the line of... Scrimmage and driven backwards.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Cohen. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Check 6 guys. Sugar. Let's go. 47. Mike 47. Hey, exit. 47 to Mike, boy. 47. Go, Bandit.
On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down. Now Greg Zuerlein. We all remember the 57-yarder that sent the Rams to the Super Bowl. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and the lead will hold at 10. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13.
Check. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
A whale throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
54 Mike. 54 Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Give me that.
From the shotgun, Elway. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Brady. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Philadelphia. Tariq Cohen there to make the grab. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Zerline good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
Now it's Elway. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Mecole Hardman, 76 yards. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer.
You got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late. That they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. From the gun, it's Brady. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And now it's third down. The Eagles on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 11. Brady looking downfield for Jones. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. There's Elway to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down. Now a play fake here on first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned.
And now off to the races, down the right side. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles.
they'll pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The kicker, Graham Gano, set to put his foot into this one. And we are underway from the City Beautiful. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 20. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Come on, set. 60 or. Get that quarterback, T-Rod. Get that quarterback. Go. Get that quarterback.
Here's a quick throw out wide. It's McLaurin. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Check. Press down. Kill.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The outlaw. Watch the curl. Undercrunch. 80 weapons. Hey. High 7. Leo. Let's go.
They fake the give. Now Elway. Sliding out of the pocket, and that's incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, but frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now it's Elway. Ebron's got it, and he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Play action, Elway. Being chased out left. And that's going to be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Now Elway to throw. Josh Doxson's got it complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 33.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. he did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short.
Hey, Charlie.
Out of the gun, Elway. And he finds McLaurin. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 15-yard line. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far in the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
They'll run on first down. It's Cohen. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins take it right down and score on the opening drive. That was a really good opening drive on a number of fronts. 10 plays, very methodical, set the tone.
So you know right now, if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're on the sideline saying, okay, what do we have to dial up in order to get off the field a lot faster? Because both sides are out there for 10 plays, but one side comes off energized, and the other side comes off with some questions.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Okay, ready? Go, go. Don't get nervous, man. We ain't beginning to swear you up. Don't get nervous. Hey, wahoo! 55. Right there. Yes, yes. Watch the flat, watch the flat, watch the flat. Watch the flat, motion, flat. Hit it.
Looking to pass. Aikman on first down. And he's got the hook up to Landry. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. Now Aikman on first down. Again has it complete. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Antoine Randall, 53 yards as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. These two teams all tied after 1. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Zadarius Smith able to get him down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 36.
Here's Elway. That is caught by Cohen. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. On first down, it's Cohen. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Elway. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now Elway on 3rd and long. Going deep here for Landry. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A great pickup there, 35 yards, and obviously the first down to go along with it. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. This is Cohen on the toss. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. On 2nd down, Elway to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target, and it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good. So they'll be hoping to... And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Rob Ninkovich. He's the one that got home. Takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. This one quickly into the hands of Landry. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. On play action, Aikman. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
At their own 39-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get into field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Elway, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Timmy Jernigan with a sack. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Play action. It's Elway. Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. And this will get inside the 20 and be touchdown just outside of the 15-yard line. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you crosstown to our studios here in Orlando and check in with the coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Hey, orbit. Hey, lock it.
They go play action now. Aikman over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Landry. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, dude. He can't hang. He's not going to get me. 80 weapon. He's coming. We got double up. Check that.
Play action. It's Aikman. And finding the tight end Hooper. 23 yards, the final tally.
Go! Check 52. Recon, 152 fighter.
They'll run on first down. Peterson. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front.
I I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Elway will throw. Escaping the pressure right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Throwing on third and long. Elway. Oh, I can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get them to fourth down.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off.
Let's go. First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On the ready. Big hit. Mike, 55. Check 55. Mike. Check 4.
Third down, it's Adrian Peterson. And some space here. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
Here we go. 30 base.
First and 10 at the
64. Weak. Go. Let's go.
On first down, Peterson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Match box, right. Hey, I-7.
On second down, here's Aikman. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Check 26. Shit. Hey, Delta. 55. Time to go, night. Hit it.
On third down, Aikman going up top. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. He had one touchdown earlier, nearly a second one there.
Yeah, it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps you go right back to him. Don't need the distance, but maybe he can pay things off after a big effort.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on third and goal. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
Bravo. Rock it. Slam. Watch out. Hey, Charlie. Let's go.
On 3rd and goal, Aikman. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Ted Ginn there to make the grab. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set. And racing, going 3 wide is a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Here's Elway to throw. Going back to Lander. This time he's got it. Complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down. Now it's Elway. And it's incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
But sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Kevin Byard, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. Here's Peterson as they begin on the ground. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. A 10th carry now for Peterson. AP still got it. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Peterson. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh.
Here's Aikman setting to throw it. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 30-yard line.
Ready up.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
54. Come on. Hey, Foxtrot. 54, go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now it's Elway. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Elway to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Now it's Elway. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. So with just under 40 seconds to go, you figure this is going to need to bounce their way if they have any shot. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
39 yards there, a big one. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. Peterson alone in the backfield. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. Gano the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. It's a very short kick, taken right at the 20. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night, everybody.
Fellas, we've got to have a great practice today. There's no other option. We've got 17 weeks, we strap it up and we get better each week. This is one of those times you got to take advantage of it, all right? So let's get at it.
White 20! Set! White 20! Turbo, set! Here we go! White turbo, set! Set! 180! What's that? Here we go, tonight! Turbo, set!
This is it.
180!
You only got one shot. Time to go for gold.
Turbo, set! Set! 180! Tonight, black 20. Tonight. Here goes tonight. 180. What's that? Here goes tonight. 120. Set. Not white 20. Not 180. Black 20. Not. Not 180. What's that? Here we go. White 20. What's that? That. 180. What's that? Here we go. Tonight. Black 20. What's that? Tonight. What's that? That white 20. Black 20. Tonight, white 20. What's that? All right. Come on now. Here goes tonight. 180. What's that? Here goes tonight. 180. What's that? Not 180. What's that? Go! Cut! Black 20! Hey, cut!